What's going on, everybody? This is Sexy Sumo here. Uh, I just thought I would show you my build because honestly, thought you guys might like to see it because this is my main PvP build. We're gonna take this shield off because it's not part of it. There we go. Now, this is my overview of it, I guess you could say. This is my most used weapon, Dragon Slayer Great Axe +4. I do have the slab to make it +5, which I should do quite soon, to be honest. Um, you might see me changing my ring. Yeah, that's not. This is my setup. I use Gundir's set, Champion Gundir's that is, and I use the Shield of Want +3 for many reasons. One, it's stability. It's one of two one-handed shields that have 60 stability. The Black Knight shield and then this one. And I will compare them right now. Compared to the Black Knight shield, the Shield of Want is terrible when it comes to just guard absorption. Like, the only thing it's even close to is, I suppose you could say, magic. Magic and dark. And that's it. But this gives you more souls, and it has the same stability, so people can't break my poise as easily. So I find that helpful. Now, moving on to... I do have the Leiwa Lin shield, I believe it's pronounced, as a parrying shield. I either use the Leiwa Lin shield, the Iron Round shield, or the small leather shield. For parrying, anyways. That or I use Assistus, but that's not often. But back to the Dragon Slayer's Great Axe. Yeah, I do about 671, depending on what rings I'm wearing. Sometimes I'll switch this for the Prisoner's Chain, the Night Ring, and the Hornet Ring. I do switch this for the Hornet Ring often, because need those backstab crits. And I do believe I use the Lightning Clutch Ring a fair amount, but generally, I can tank anybody that comes my way with this simply because I got the I've got the poise to do it when I'm in power attack or when I'm doing my weapon art, and I love the stagger on it. It's amazing. The problem though is the lightning damage, as it's the only thing that it's got besides physical. Where's the weapon art? And I find that a lot of armor sets out there are resistant to lightning, as are a lot of bosses. And so I've got to switch it up sometimes. And when I do switch it up, it stinks, because this does 671. This is my next best, 559. Drops it about 120. Well, 112. Drops at 112. That's, I'd like, third best, I should say. But, I can use this. What I love about this is it's got the same amount of stagger as this does, as they're both great axes, and you can use this with the amount of stagger that it has to completely annihilate a boss's or an opponent's physical and enchantment weaknesses. Say you come across a Black Knight. Their armor is resistant to most forms of electric and fire damage. Those are their highest to damage absorptions. If you use dark or poison on this in the form of pine resin or an enchantment, then you would completely annihilate them. But the only other weapon that I really use besides this would have to be Fugs, because I mean, Fugs is honestly devastating, and it scales only really in strength. And if you've got the strength to use it, one-handing this monstrosity is very beneficial to you, as the stun lock is extremely useful in many situations, as is the damage output. But I find that more times than not, I'm able to stagger people with Yorm's Great Machete, as well as Morn's and Smo's Great Hammers. Using those two are, like, extremely useful. And, I mean, Smo's Great Hammer, not my favorite, but it scales with a B in strength versus Fug's with an S in strength, which is a little sad, because it literally scales in nothing else but strength, and Fug's outweighs it by... How much does Fug's do? Fug's does 574, this does 533, so they're off by about 41. Yeah, I can't math today, so there's that. But yeah, I mean, the weapons you see here are the only ones that I can really use, and I can't even use all of them correctly because I don't have the intelligence or the dexterity to, and it's a little disheartening, but we'll be up there. But moving on from there, Gundir's armor. It's heavy, that is true, but it offers... It mixes being heavy with absorbing a lot of physical damage and magic, fire, lightning, and dark. So having those coincide is really good. Say if you're on new game, or if you're playing through and you've just gotten to this part, the Faram armor set is maybe one of the best armor sets in the game. That on top of the Silver and Black Knight sets. Like, this is really light, and it rivals the Lothric armor, which if you can get early on is very helpful. But we've got that, and I do need to wear Havel's ring in order to use my setup, because if I don't, I'm 10% overweight, and that's not okay for me. I can't fat roll. I've got to be able to at least medium roll. That's a bare minimum. And moving on from that, I suppose, this is my stats. These are my stats. Excuse me. I am level 186, and none of that has been through cheating. This is on PSN. I have not hacked or jailbroken my PSN. I've just literally... I have literally just sat in my room and just played Dark Souls 3 since it came out. Not 24/7, but I play it a lot, is my point. I have an insane amount of endurance and vitality, so I'm able to equip the things I want to equip. Strength is a must, obviously, and vigor. Vigor is... my health is just... it's up there, and there are rings that increase my health, such as the Prisoner's Chain and the Life Ring, which are extremely helpful. And I do have a lot of faith, simply because I have stored all my magic. Simply because I like using Sunlight Spear on people. God dang it, excuse my idiocy. But I have no attunement slots, can't attune any stinking magic at all, which I need to work on if I want to even attempt to use my Sunlight Spear, which is sad, because I didn't think about that beforehand. And if you guys are wondering, I did rebirth. I rebirthed, I think, twice. My first rebirth, everything was... I was basically... I rebirthed, I think, around level 30 when I found the area, when I found Rosaria's bedchamber, just to see what it would do. And then I rebirthed again around level 98, I think it was, 97, 98. And that's when I changed my stats to this. Not to this, but to... my vigor was like, I think I evened out my vigor, endurance, vitality, strength, and dexterity. No, dexterity stayed the same. Faith, that was it. Faith, strength, vitality, endurance, and vigor were all level at about 20, 22 between there. And I put a little bit into dex, a teensy bit. And then I just, from there, worked on only those. Because, I mean, I do need attunement, which... I mean, if I need to, I can simply wear the Deep Ring. or same string, and I can attune a spell. But yeah, that's my devastating build, and it's okay. I mean, I don't plan to be doing much PvP with this alone, but I am going to be doing PvP as a Black Knight, pretty much. A Black Knight, Solaire of Astora, Havel when I get the Vitality 2, Smo when I get the Vitality 2. I may even Fat Roll. I will be doing it as Ornstein, as Henri of Astora, the Soul of Cinder, Kirk. I'll be doing it as what's her name? Hell, I forgot. Yuria. That's right, Yuria. Hell, I could do it as anybody I wanted to. Honestly, though, I think I'm gonna mostly do it as Lorien and Artorias. Those are my those are the points where I will mostly be hitting, but that'll be a different series. But also, I did bring up how I was going to do something like Blacksmith's Hammer Run in my last video. I do plan on doing that legitimately. Blacksmith's Hammer Run, a Swordmaster Run, Cestus Run, fists only. I can only use fists and fist-related weapons, I suppose I should say, instead of just fists only. A pickaxe run. There was another one. Not a cosplay run. What was it? Most of this stuff is going to have to be taken through New Game Plus, which is, it's going to be a pain. But yeah, there was another one. Oh yeah, I did plan to go through the game as Solaire of Astora while I'm also PvPing, but those will have to be different games. Those have to be different save files and PvP areas. Areas? Okay, because you know English is just hard. But thank you guys for watching my video, and I will catch you in the next one. Deuces.